Ahoy sailors, and a very big hello to all the future seafarers out there. Interviews, as they say, is a very scary thing for most of us. I remember in my first interview, I stammered so hard answering the questions that the interviewer had to stop the interview. He then offered me a cup of coffee and asked me about my education, my village, etc. before starting the interview again. And I must say, it really helped me by becoming more comfortable with the interviewer. But not all of us are that lucky. And this story was around 12 years ago. In today's competitive world, it's either a do or die situation at every interview. So here we are with the top 5 mistakes to avoid at an interview for a sea job. It was the 31st of March. I was 1 month into my second contract with Jalesh, and me, along with 300 other crew members, were asked to leave due to the cruise shutting down due to the coronavirus, of course. It was very sad, but it had to happen sooner or later. Now the good news is that we are looking towards reopening of cruise ships, of cruise liners. I've heard that MSC has asked the crew to join in August. I've been hearing about Jalesh having the sailing dates in September. Also about Virgin, I think it's August, September, something like that. So with the good news, here are the 5 tips to avoid in an interview for the next job at these cruise liners, if you're lucky enough. Okay, the number 1 mistake is not being prepared. People do that out of overconfidence or plain stupidity, but they do. You should always know where the interview is taking place. Is it in the shipping company? Is it at the manning agency? Or is it at the recruitment agency's office? You should also make sure that you know where it is and how to get there. I mean, if you're going by train, bus, wherever, you should know how to get there. So if you're staying in the city, you should check out the traffic on the route you are taking, or you should, if you're new to the city, you should know what are the modes of transport you can get, or is it available for you to reach the location, and be at the location at least 30 minutes prior to the interview. And God forbid, if you're late due to whatever reasons, it will annoy your interviewer and make you look like you're not serious for the job. So just be there on time for the interview. If you have never been to the place of the interview, go there at least one time before the interview as a trial run, so you know how to reach there and how much time it takes, so you can work backwards from there the next time. Second mistake we make is not doing the preparation. It's always annoying for a potential employer that is looking at a candidate who is up for an interview and doesn't know anything about a company they have applied for. Even if you're going for a 6 months contract with a shipping agency, it is still a job. They're still paying you. So you should know all the things about the company you're planning to work for. Put yourself in the place of the interviewer, and you should think, would you like to hire somebody who shows no interest in impressing you? No, right? Think of it like a Tinder profile. You spend hours to make the best profile for just a date of around an hour, but you can't spend a quick 10 minutes knowing about a company you're going to spend 6 months with. Now you know what I'm talking about, right? The next time you go for an interview, please do a little research on the company, or just drop me a comment below in bottom section, and I will tell you what I know about the company. If that is what you want, if that is how lazy you are, I'll help you. Perfect. Topic 3, the mistakes we make during an interview is not dressing up enough. Okay, I know it's not a fashion show that you have to be dressed up, but hey, it's still an interview, and you have the time to shine between those 10-20 candidates sitting in the interview room. I'm not asking you to wear a 3-piece suit, right? Don't wear a 3-piece suit, but just a clean, crisp, ironed shirt and trouser with contrasting, shoes. Like, don't wear the matching shoes and everything, but smart and casual pants and trousers. And if you're ladies, proper skirt and the blouse wouldn't take much time or money. Also, it shows a respect for the company that you are well dressed and that makes a good impression. Same goes for online interviews. Also guys, please leave the jeans, t-shirts and tops in your wardrobe for the day of your interview. Please, nothing like that for the interview. Topic 4 is not marketing yourself enough. Your interview is your time to shine. This is your opportunity to make a potential employer see why they should choose you or all the other seafarers applying for the same post. Don't blow it up by being too modest. Also, a word of caution, you don't need to brag on about what a great person you are, but do make sure that you talk about your skills, your qualifications, your experience and achievements to the employer. Last but not the least, the mistake you make is lying about yourself. That's a big one. Everybody who has been on a ship knows that there is no time on the ship to learn this in your profile. Yes, you may learn other things, but you only are responsible for the things in your job description, and each one of us on the ship are dependent on each other for smooth sailing in the cold, freezing waters. So if one of us lies about knowing something and they don't know anything about it, everybody on that ship is doomed in case of emergency. So it's vital for you and for everybody else who is watching this video not to lie about your abilities for a sailor's job, as you will be caught very easily and asked to leave promptly from the interview. So it just comes down to being honest, simple as that. If you think about you're lacking in some areas, take a good look at your experience and see if there is anything you can use to tell the interviewer, to fill in the gaps. A prospective employer would also much rather like you to be truthful and say that you might have not a particular skill, but you're willing to learn it, rather than lying about it. He might think about giving you the job. So these were the top 5 mistakes you should avoid during an interview for a seafarer's job. If you have any more mistakes in mind which I might have missed, please write it down in the comment section below so that our viewers, our other seafarers can know about it as well. So guys, also if you have done one of these mistakes in your interview, please like this video, and if you have done everything perfectly for all your interviews in your life, you should definitely like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you are the first one to see the next video I make and upload. Till then guys, namaste, khuda hafiz and ciao.